Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, my fellow Chibits. Once again, I'm here to bring all of you the weekly Chibi vlog. And before I get into anything, I need to discuss one thing. Last week, I made a heart-to-heart video, and so many of you offered your sincere support, and it truly means a lot just to see how many of you offered your support and all that, and understood where I was coming from. It really does. It means a lot. It does. And I just want to say, all the Chibits that supported me when I made that video, thank you. I'm really thankful so many of you did. I was kind of shocked. And I just want to offer my thanks to all of you, because it does mean a lot. And it definitely put a smile on my face to see how many of you really cared. So, thank you. Thank you, every single one of you Chibits that, commented and all that. And I'm still working to improve my schedule and better myself where I can, upload videos a lot better and also get stuff like the vlog up earlier in the week around a Tuesday instead of a Wednesday, because I know this video is going to be up on a Wednesday, but I'm trying my best to make sure all these videos stay on schedule and stuff, and I am sorry that there has been a little bit of delays here and there for a lot of series. Please forgive me on that. I'm doing my best to catch up. Just yesterday, on Tuesday, I actually was catching up with a couple of series, which I'll reveal very soon, but I was catching up with a couple of series, so it makes me happy to know that I'm slowly trying to figure out a way to work around the schedule I have and try to get these other series in between. I'm doing my best for all of you, and just hopefully all of you could stick with me and, kind of understand. I'm doing my best I can, but thank you all of you that, supported me when I was just, letting out my, the truth of what's really been going on. So, I want to ask right now, how has everybody's week been? Has it been good? Has it been bad? Please let me know in the comments below, because I know now, after this week, majority of you Chibits are now off of school, and you're probably, taking your vacation, summer vacation. Maybe some of you are starting your summer classes. I know some of you actually do that as well, because I saw a couple of you Chibits actually commenting about that, like, oh, when I end school, I'm going to have to go to summer class, and I'm like, oh, I feel so bad for you. Like, I never had to go to summer class when I was, going to school and stuff. I never did, and I don't even want to begin to imagine how it must feel going to summer class. So, my heart's out to all of you Chibits right now, some of you that are going to, summer class and all that after school just ended, but hopefully all of you that have now finished all of your exams and stuff, hopefully all of you did very well, you passed, you succeeded, and you're going to eventually get closer to the dreams you want in the future. So anyways, let's begin this fan mail opening. Yo buddy, still alive? Yes I am. Oh, I bet you are, man. It's been ages since I sent one of these. Hope you're doing real fine there, Chibi. Things are okay on my end, but I'll get back to you on that in just a jiffy. I know I'm late by a month, but happy birthday, Chibi. I've been busy with college and all. Hey, college comes first. I'm glad you're doing well at it. I currently take a time off for a year to focus on my novel to earn money so that I can head to the States to continue my studies. If it fails, though, then I'll just have to study here. I wish you the best of luck with your novel. I see no hard opportunities here, however, so no matter how tough it may be, I'll do my absolute darnest to get my first novel out by the latest September 30th this year, and try to get people to take notice of it. I've zero idea how people have been going around promoting books, and I have no idea what publishers have been doing, but I'm going to try my best regardless. And oh yeah, once this letter reaches you and I've got some spare change, I'll send you a gift or two along your way. It's the least I could do to show my appreciation for you. Aw, this letter means enough, bro. I've said that many times over. I first found you way back in late 2012 or something, but then your channel was gone until you came back sometime in 2013. Man, the years have passed since then. In any case, there's a couple of other reasons why I'm writing this to you. Once again, this is going to be a long one, so I hope you're okay with that. Don't need to ask, I love long letters. So yeah, I'm writing this letter because there's something I want to talk about, and I hope you're fine with that too. It's strange. Have you ever noticed, Chibi, that in recent decades, people constantly talk about some really grim stuff? Well, when it comes to that, I think it has something to do with social media, because, in the past, and, in these recent decades and all that, we now have social media to really kind of go online and see all the sorts of things that happen around the world. In the past, the only time you could really hear about news is if it spreads through letter, and it's already long gone since happened, and, a lot of, stuff like, grim things were very delayed, and they weren't, every single day. But since social media came around, we now can go look at the news online and see what happens around the entire world. So when it comes to us talking more about grim things, I think it's just because, the world is more connected than it ever was, and we're able to see all sorts of things online. Sure, crazy-ass things happened thousands and hundreds of years ago, but what I'm talking about here is on the micro level, the personal level. Now, we're never going to know what the most ordinary folks thought about before basic literacy was a thing for them, but no matter how grim dark their lives were back then, the grim dark aspects found within today's people can easily trump theirs in complexity. And so when we see or hear of people being lifted from severe depression and suicidal thoughts through the discovery of creative works and the people that they look up to, it tends to open our eyes which may have been shut once. Heck, you don't even need to look at all that far and just think about the people, the Chibis, that have sent letters to you. Once again, we may never know what the prehistoric or ancient or medieval dude thought about or how he felt while he was still alive, but we certainly know what people beyond the medieval era thought. And the one thing that we have begun to think about even more is, the grim and dark stuff. Depressing stuff. Stuff you never thought would be real, but sadly really are. I'm a psychologist by training, and let me tell you, things don't look so good. You'll never really know who goes through that door, but more and more people speak oblique things, and at times not wanting to live no more. Which thus brings me to what I've been doing these past years besides college. Apart from my first novel, which I plan to release in the upcoming months, I've been working hard at this one in particular series. I've told people I know about the series, but they can't seem to pay much attention to it. I feel disheartened by that, but working on the series has brought out past experiences, as well as emotions I never would have realized I've always felt. To put it simple, it's been quite the experience working on it. I've basically been trudging through. This story I've been working on is something quite extraordinary. Ambitious is the one way of putting it. Have you ever heard of the word Zeitgeist? That's the first time I've ever seen. I don't even know what that is. And have you ever heard of the book War and Peace by a Russian author named Leo Tolstoy? I'm probably saying his name wrong. No, I have not either. If not, then how about I provide you with an analogy in anime terms? What happens when you cross Durarara with Welcome to the NHK, mix that with Snafu and Zenkyo no Terror, before finally topping it off with bits and pieces of Eva, Death Parade, and Tex? Oh. The answer is a story set in real-world Japan revolving around one international transfer student who, disowned by his rich family, now moves there to get away from it all the while having to deal with his personal problems and find ways to navigate through life. It seems simple, but there's more to the story. You see, the transfer student is only one character, but he's the focus character, the primary character. There's around 34 to 35 other characters that the story will focus on, with them being the main character. The transfer student, just like Shinji or Hikigaya, which then being the main characters, are the primary catalysts which set off the explosive trigger, the narrative to go in a particular direction. The main characters besides them are the catalysts for the story, but ultimately the story itself focuses on them, for without them the story that their creators intend to tell are essentially non-existent. I went through many rewrites of the plot of the characters, not on paper. Initially, the story was melodramatic as shit, but after a while, I began to obtain more material that I could work with, and all I finally saw was the essence of the story, together with all the story-based events and combined to form its whole. The story is, in essence, a story about our current era, our current century, the 21st century, and what that means for us Earthlings as a whole. And that this story is told from the perspective of individuals living at the crossroads of planet Earth's history is what provides the unending tension of having to deal with the fact of being a living person in this era, and the many hardships it entails. The primary, main, and some secondary characters of creator are all me, parts of me, split into different individuals, but still me. They represent all my possibilities, circumstances, feelings, thoughts, and behaviors. But above all, they represent the future, for after all, most of the main cast is born in 1997, so I'll be living through defining moments in our history. Once this major series of mine is complete, I hope you get to read it. As I've said, this is one of the things in my entire life that I absolutely am not giving up on. No matter what, so I'll make it a real thing. You gotta just wait for me, Chibi. It's gonna be hard, but I'll tell you to wait for me. Wait for it, buddy, I swear. You know what? I'll read it. I'll definitely read it. If you when you finally release it, let me know. Send me a letter when you finally do release it. Give me the entire title of the book and all that, and I'll try to read it. And yeah, that's the end of this letter. Once you retrieve this letter, I'll send another one along with a late birthday gift. What's in that birthday gift, you ask? Hehe. You just wait and see, friend. You just wait and see. Thank you very much, bro. This was a very sweet letter, and I wish you the best of luck on your book. Dear Chibi, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. How about yourself? I wanted to write to you directly to thank you for the awesome YouTube channel you have. Ever since the beginning of Tokyo Ghoul Re, I found your wonderful insight analysis videos. These days, I even listen to them when I'm on a walk or run. At the risk of sounding sentimental, it truly is a joy to listen to your reactions. Anime wouldn't be the same without your channel. Anime wouldn't be the same without your channel. When I saw you were only one state away, I knew I had to write this quick letter, wishing you the absolute best. That's sweet, thank you. One last thing, I've recently made a sci-fi web series online that you might like. If you have 1 minute to spare, I'd be enormously grateful if you could take a look. You can find it on to patreon.com/Ruben. Again, wishing you more success, Ruben. P.S. Nemu Dash versus Best Girl Eto. In your words, yo! Thank you very much, bro, for the sweet letter. It always means a lot to see how so many of you Chibits really just enjoy, you know, so many different videos, especially TG. A lot of you Chibits love my TG videos. And okay, so I might pronounce this name wrong, and if I do, please forgive me. It's not my intention to say your name wrong, but this is a letter from Dasmond. I'm probably saying that wrong. Please forgive me. Don't slit my throat. Just, I make mistakes. But thank you very much for this letter. I want to read it. Oh, I got a cute little pic. Okay, so I'll open this up, and there's a cute little picture. Look at my face right there. My little shocked face, like, Oh, that's awesome. My Oreos right there. See, I'm an Oreo fan. If you were unaware, I love my Oreos. I'm going to assume you saw what I said on Twitter, actually, because I remember I was talking about Oreos on Twitter a long time ago, about the cinnamon bun Oreos. I remember, I made a tweet about maybe a month and a half ago or something. I made a tweet about my Oreos, how I love eating them. And here you go, me eating Oreos sitting in my chair. That's cute. That's very cute. That's very, very fucking cute. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. I always love seeing what you Chibits do with artwork and stuff. Fan art always amazes me because you guys are just so talented. That's just too cute. It really is. Thank you. And then we have another picture here. Ooh, is this a... Whoa! Looks like my... Whoa! Look at that. Here, I'll zoom it in and out for you can see it. For you can make it out. That looks nice, too. That's all pencil. I think, yeah, that's all pencil. God, so many of you Chibits are talented. I wish I was as talented as some of you Chibits to actually draw and stuff like you do. Dear Chibi, words can't describe just how much I truly appreciate your YouTube channel. If it wasn't for Chibi Reviews, I don't think I would have been able to get through Tokyo Ghoul Re without knowing what the heck was going on half the time. Your intelligent and insightful analysis of each chapter of Ishida's work helped me realize and fully appreciate all the work he's put into Tokyo Ghoul. Also, I wouldn't have known about any of the amazing newly released anime that have came out this recent winter and spring anime season like Bokudake and Boku no Hero Academia if it wasn't for your channel. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thanks, I drew this picture for you. I hope you like it and like them. Please keep up the good work. Your Chibit, Dazzy G. Aww. My face just expresses it all right now. Just, it's so sweet. All of these letters are so sweet. It's so fun opening up all these letters one by one. Just letting them a little bit of them build up a little bit. And then open them all up. And just get to see some of your guys' thoughts. It really means a lot. Thank you so much for everybody that constantly sends letters and stuff. It truly, it just, the emotions. Now this is an interesting, there's no letter in here. But this is a first. This never said to me, but this is rather intriguing. Achievement decided to send me how to brew. How to brew. So I'm guessing it's a guide on how to make beer, alcohol. I'm assuming that's what this is about. I see like calculations and formulas and stuff in here. Oh my god. Look at this shit. Look. It's just... Yo. Yo. Is really making alcohol that difficult? Like, I've never done it, so damn. How to brew. I've learned something. Now I know that you need to be kind of a scientist to be able to make alcohol. It's good to know. Okay, so we have a folder and a letter here. Okay, so... Ooh. Oh my, that's hentai. Okay, I'm not gonna open that up. That's some nude picture. So let's read this letter. Hola, Chibi. It's Amigo, and there's something I would like to clarify for you first before I get into the beef of this particular letter. You once wondered aloud if the High School DxD light novels were out for release in the US, and I could safely say I answered your question when I sent you them. So you're the one that sent High School DxD. Okay. Needless to say, the novels are in fact better than the anime and actually have noticeable less fan service in it than the anime. So I will now kindly ask you to remove them from the hentai shelf. Not cool, man. Not cool. Also, can you open a look inside a few of them just to verify that? Now, I have to say that I am disappointed with you at the moment, Chibi, as for the past 5 weeks, I've spent every Sunday/Monday waiting for something special from you, an anime that you expressed interest in only to let it fall over to the wayside, and now I cannot help but wonder what it is that makes you keep Macross Delta hanging in the wind. Initially, I was very glad and excited you had listened and turned into the anime to give your first impressions on the matter. I was happy that you ended up liking the first episode, but then it became sad when no further reviews for the following episodes came out. Since then, I have been waiting and hoped that it was just a few inconveniences that kept you from continuing with the anime, but after 5 weeks, I have to seriously ask, what is wrong? Just, honestly, the main thing is just I don't have the time. That's one of the main things. Honestly, that's it. You have mentioned here and there that you have responsibilities under other things to tend to, which I get, but with the amount of content you're still able to provide in spite of all that, on top of watching not the good anime like Big Order and Bungo Stray Dogs, you cannot give your word to stick with the series only to seemingly forget about it over the time span of a month. No, Chibi, I'm not mad, but I need you to understand this. The Macross franchise needs help. Despite it being regarded as one of the most important mech and sci-fi anime of all time, it is restricted as well. Due to poor licensing agreement made back in the 1980s, the Macross series was combined together with 2 other completely unrelated mech anime in order to make a series called Robotech. This poor decision, among many other problems, have kept all entries in the Macross series after the original from being released outside Japan. In this day and age, where a great community like the Chibits can inspire change through persistence and teamwork, I hope that you, Jacob, could help draw more attention to the Macross franchise in order to get more people interested in it. The licensing company holding onto it have kept most of the series away from fans outside Japan for over 30 years without anyone acknowledging the issue at hand. I just think that the time has come to start to change all that for both current and future fans of the Macross name out there. I was more than just missing out on your opinion and funny reviews of the series. I wrote this letter to begin with, but now I will ask you, Chibi, will you help Macross out? Will you help spread the word and let others in the community know of it? There are many times ahead waiting for you in Delta, so are you willing to join in the fun or not? I'm still waiting for your reviews, Chibi. P.S. Since you didn't take up any idea for an April Fool's joke or do one yourself this year, was it due to your issues this year so far? Yes, it was. For future references, let me give you the main line of the Gundam franchise, which is known for the Universal Century, along with the years of which entry was released. Most are full-length anime, some are feature-length films, and the remaining few are OVAs. Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin, 2015. Let's see, Mobile Suit Gundam MS Iglo, 2008. Suit Gundam, 1979. Let's see, Mobile Suit Gundam The 08 MS Team. Mobile Suit Gundam 0080, War in the Pockets. Let's see, Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt. Oh my god, there is a lot. So this is the timeline. Okay. Also, as a way of punishing you, let me give you some erotic images of anime girls I like. Oh yeah, I can't show these images. I definitely cannot show these images. Oh my. So thank you very much for the letters, man. And I'm sorry I kind of dropped out on Macross Delta. It's just, it's been a very busy year. I explained it in my heart-to-heart video. I'm trying my best to catch up with a lot of series, and please forgive me for any delays. I do mean it, really. Okay, so let's open this one up from BOL! Okay, so BOL, how you doing, bro? Let's open this up. What in the world? A door stopper? Okay, I'm gonna have to read your letter, BOL, to see exactly what this is about. Dear Chibi, BOL here again, and I hope you enjoyed Memorial Day. I did, how about yourself? With this letter, I would like to clarify a few things regarding Fire Emblem that I did cover last time. First thing, I made a slight mistake in the last letter, so let me correct it here. I had previously mentioned that the first 7 games of the series were never localized. I miscounted, it was the first 6 games. The total games that the West never got still remains at 7. However, and there is an easy explanation for that, the 7th game that never got released here was a DS remake called The New Mystery of the Emblem, which was the sequel to another DS remake called Shadow Dragon. For fans like you, Chibi, who would like to experience the story of the original game, the only way for Westerners to do so is to play Shadow Dragon. You could easily do so since the 3DS is backwards compatible with the original DS games. Another thing I would wish to bring to light about this series is that virtually every Fire Emblem game released to the West has been censored in some way. Path of Radiance, my first Fire Emblem and my only entry on the GameCube, censored the death of a character at the end by cutting out the dialogue saying, "He's dying." The fuck? Fate's Unfortunate, also suffering from this as a certain drug scene was cut back and the Yaoi/Yuri supports are rendered unreadable. It's strange before Awakening Fire Emblem was considered a dying franchise to Nintendo, with every previous entry either not being advertised properly or selling and performing well, but it is now considered one of their major IPs. Their continued censored practice, in spite of the fact, is something I found very appalling and wanted you to at least be aware of, Jacob. I see that you got the Ride Back Blu-ray. Oh, you're the one that sent it, okay. I had sent you, Chibi. Now that you're becoming more open to the mech genre, I figure you should have given that anime a watch, as it's very different from the norm. For one thing, it is considered to be the first HD anime, having come out all the way back in '09. Many of the cliches that plague anime in general are either very dimmed down, but they're not that noticeable, or flat out not present here. For instance, the anime does have a school setting, but it's not a high school one, it's a college. Ooh, that's interesting. The main protagonist of the series is a girl that is never given a romantic interest. Oh, wow. Throughout the whole series. Sure, she does interact with some guys in the series, but never is a romance of any kind ever forcibly pushed onto her or us. She was just a regular person that was once a talented ballerina before coming across something completely unexpected that gives her a feeling of graceful wonder she once fought. She lost. To add to the greatness, right back's final is one of the most satisfying endings I've ever seen in anime, and one beautiful final performance. I'm really trying not to spoil anything for you, and just watch it and see for yourself. I gladly will. Speaking of the mech genre, here's where I'd like to get into the Macross franchise as a whole and Macross Delta. Okay, so you're getting into Macross too. As I've said before, Chibi, Macross is considered to be one of the greatest mech anime of all time. Perfect indication of its significance is that it has indirectly created the Transformers franchise. What? What? All due to a certain person taking interest in the Macross mech's transformation capabilities. One of the reasons Macross has lasted so long is due to the mysterious surrounding proto-culture, which is very similar to the Great Treasure One Piece. Similar to One Piece, no one truly knows what the Great Proto-culture is that is within Macross, and the enticing surrounding it is as more clues to come to light with more entries in the franchise, making us all feel a little closer to it as a result each time. Other factors that make Macross so enduring are the epic aerial dogfights and space battles, the fantastic songs that you'll want to listen to repeatedly, and the clashing of cultures when other races from across the cosmos fight for their own survival. Macross Delta, though, seemingly focuses on the current popular trend of idols, still honors all of these standards. Speaking of idols and the songs we're seeing, all the great idols of anime have a great soundtrack, owe everything to the Macross franchise, for both starting them and continuing to perfect them. So the question now is, are you really that unwilling to become a fan of such a great, important franchise to anime, Chibi? Or will you keep us waiting? Speaking of questions, there's a new segment I'd like to introduce into our letters, Chibi, and I shall call it Let's Quiz Chibi. The purpose of this segment will be to ask Chibi interesting questions for you to answer in order to find out things about yourself that even you may not know. The subject will be random with no real right answer except for just your honest opinion. For our first quiz, I think we should tackle subjects of anthropology, the study of humans and their societies in the past and present. It's a truly fascinating subject I was taking a class on recently, and it gave me great insight on senior citizens. The quiz was researched extensively and put together by experts that studied over 150 people who lived to be 100 plus years old, and the purpose of this quiz will answer one simple question that you and everyone else will have to answer one day. How long will I live? Not every letter I send from now on will have a Chibi quiz, Jacob, as it takes me a great deal of time to think up a subject and choose the questions to ask you, but if you game with this, have a pencil and calculator ready for the first one. I don't have a calculator, actually, so yeah. Anyway, speaking of school, Chibi, I've mentioned in the past that I'm a college student. I've spent 10 years studying and sacrificing a great many things for my education so I may become a scientist. Continue working hard towards that. Well, I'm finally graduating soon, and my 10 years of struggle with college is nearing its end. The feeling of reaching the end of the tunnel, the top of the mountain, it's surreal. Once I could not imagine ever graduating from university, now I find myself at a crossroad in my life. Graduation is coming, and nothing will stop it now. Yet, I do not know what to do since all I've known for most of my life was to go to school. Soon that journey will end, and I am grazing over a horizon of possibility that I know nothing about and what to do. I'm nervous. I am shocked and I'm unable to see the future, but I know one thing. My chosen major of geology, the study of rocks, water, and contamination will definitely keep things interesting. This long book of my life is finally closing, but there is still more to do, and I will march into the horizon knowing that at the very least, that I had people like you, Chibi, to keep me going when others did not. That means a lot, bro. Thank you. I'll find what I want to do out there in the great beyond and be able to look back at those that push me forward rather than allow me to fall and never rise again. So here's my thanks to you, my brother, your friend, BOL. P.S. Seriously, now watch Macross Delta. That's the only thing that will make me happier. Also, you're not missing any of the current 7 available volumes of the UK holder, are you? Yes I am. I definitely am. I think I'm missing, volumes 5 through 7, actually. I think that's exactly what I'm missing. Do you have all 7 of them right now? No, I do not. Please check and let me know. To let you know a little more about what I may be doing in the future, I've sent you a brochure from my department. Also, my house has recently finished construction, so I have something left over for you. 2 kinds of doorstops. Oh, okay, so that explains the doorstop. I was wondering why I got a doorstop. Okay, so this is leftover. I need a doorstop anyways. To get an idea where you are at with Food Wars manga, let me ask, have you met Alice's mother yet? Either way, she's hyped for Season 2. Lastly, take your time with Negima. It's not as serious one rushes through. Will you live to be 100? Okay, so interesting. Let's take this quiz. Do you smoke or chew tobacco, or are you around a lot of secondhand smoke? No. Do you cook your fish, poultry, or meat until it's charred? Yeah, I do like it a little bit charred. Do you avoid butter, cream, pastries, and other saturated fats, as well as fried foods? French fries? No. I usually eat kind of some, I like my sweets, okay? I like my sweets. Do you minimize meat in your diet, preferably making a point to eat plenty of fruits, vegetables, and bran instead? Yes and no. I'm more in between on that one. I prefer eating fruits and vegetables, but sometimes just you gotta have a good slab of bacon. I like some bacon every so often. But yes, I do try to eat as much fruits and vegetables as I can. Do you consume more than 2 drinks of beer, wine, and / liquor? No, hell no. I don't even drink. I mean, I did drink once recently, but it was nothing to the extent of where I got like, fucking drunk and shit. And I don't drink every day, and I don't even drink once a week or even usually once a month. It's an every so occasion thing. I want to do it from now on since I've hit 21, and so yeah, no, I don't drink that often. Let's see. Do air pollution warnings occur where you live? No, they do not. Do you drink more than 16 ounces of coffee? Oh, hell yes. Do you take an aspirin a day? No, I do not. Do you floss your teeth every day? Yes. Do you have a bowel movement less than once every 2 days? I have a bowel movement every day. Sometimes, maybe 2. You never know. Have you had a stroke or a heart attack? No, I have not. Do you try to get a suntan? So, every so often. It's been a while, but sometimes I do. So, I'm going to just go a no on this point. Are you more than 20 pounds over? No, I'm not. Do you live near enough to other family members other than your spouse and dependent children that you can and want to drop by spontaneously? Yeah, I live pretty close to my family. Which statement applies to you? Stress eats away at me. I can't seem to shake it off. B, I could shed stress. This might be praying, exercising, meditation, finding humor in everyday life, or other means. Usually, finding humor and exercise, meditating and stuff in my life is how I get rid of stress. That's usually what I do. Do both of your parents either die before age 75 of non-accidental causes or require daily assistance by the time they reach 75? I have no idea, so don't know on that one. Did more than one of the following relatives live to at least age 90 in excellent health? Parents, aunts, uncles? No. Majority of them lived around 80. Are you a couch potato? Well, damn. Now that you say it, I guess I kind of am. I mean, I do sit a lot because I'm constantly editing and watching stuff, so I guess I would have to say, yeah, I am a little bit of a couch potato. Do you take vitamin E and selenium? No, I do not take the pills or anything like that. I don't even do that. I'll eat fruits and stuff that give me, vitamin E and all that type of stuff, so no. So that was a pretty interesting quiz. So thank you very much, bro. That was interesting. Hopefully you found out a little bit more about me. So I'm going to end this vlog here. It's been very fun. Thank you, all of you that sent letters, and continue to send letters, because it means a lot to me, and I love reading, different letters from you and seeing what you all think. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.